Today I'm taking a look at the Rizom Rivnut kit. Because he did actually take the time to label the case, so I know exactly what this is. And I like that everything doesn't come out as soon as I open the case. That is surprisingly uncommon with Rivnut kits. So, we got a nice large Rivnut tool. We have very nice rubber handles on here. I like they even put that separator there for our fingers. We have a well-knurled nut here on the end. And that will expose the head adapter. So it looks like a fairly easy one to change out. So if we're changing our rivet nuts pretty often, just slip that in, put that nut back on. And then we can spin that by hand with the wheel on the back. And they bothered to actually separate out the metric and the standard. With our standard, we've got a handful of different bodies. It says we got a half 13, 3/8 16, 5 16 18, quarter 20, 10 24, and 8 32. So if I want to use a 1/2 inch bolt, we just slide that in, drop our nut on. And this is also labeled, so this is our anvil. And that will thread into the top. So this is going to be what that rivet nut actually squeezes against. So fairly easy to install. It's always nice to see. And for the metric, you can do M12, M10, 8, 6, 5, 4, and 3. Now I like they got these all color coded as well. And lastly, we've got our rivet nuts. So quite a few of them in there. And it looks like they actually have these separated up by color too. So these silvers, we're going to know those are all metric. And then these zinc looking ones, those are all going to be standard. So quite a nice starter package. So I want to put an M6 into here. This hole is a little too small, so I'm going to drill that out just a little bit. And they do have a list of the drill sizes that you need in the instructions. So for an M6, we need a 9mm drill. So on the tip, you can see when we pull the handle down, that pulls in. So that's going to be what crushes that nut rivet. So I want to have these open. Thread that nut rivet on and drop it in and give it a squeeze. Now we can unspin it. And we are installed. So you can see it just kind of crushed that nut rivet right around the edges. The threads are unchanged, so I can take my new M6 bolt and thread it right in. And one thing they did that I like is they actually put enough room here, right in the case, to where we can put this back in with that mandrel installed. So if we're going to use the same one over and over, we can just keep it like that. So overall, that is a very cool kit.